Good morning, class. As you know that we had already completed the syllabus of Unit 2. We will give the exam soon. Now the thing is that in Unit 1, when I left the class due to this pandemic situation, we had not completed the Unit 1 chapter, that is sound. The sound chapter has three parts. One is reflection of sound wave and echoes. Second one is 7B, that is force vibration, damped vibration and resonance. And the third one is characteristics of sound and their subjective and objective nature. Now, as I am taking 10A and 10B's class together, so probably in 10A or 10B, I had started this force vibration, damped vibration chapter. And the chapter that is containing 7A, that is reflection of wave and sound waves and echoes, that is actually class 9 chapter. We had practiced few numericals and theories in class. After completion of this whole sound chapter, when I will take you give a recapitulation of the whole chapter, then I will revise 7A again. Now onwards, I will go for actually 7B, that is force vibration, damped vibration, natural vibration chapter, and also the third one, that is 7C, that is characteristics of sound and its nature. So let's start with force vibration, damped vibration chapter. Now see, when a vibration occurs, I am just recapitulating you. When a vibration occurs, then the wave of the sound look like what? Like this. Something means if this is the mean position of vibration, then on the both direction it's vibrating. So the amplitude means maximum distance covered by the vibrating object from its mean position. Clear? So that is called the amplitude, maximum distance covered by the object or vibrating object from its mean position, that is called its displacement. So we can see about the mean position. If mean position is taken at the middle, in both the direction it will vibrate. So the maximum position offered in both the direction from the mean position is called its amplitude. So this is, if I consider amplitude, this will be plus A, this is minus A from this 0 or mean position. Means this one is called amplitude, here also this one is called amplitude. What is wavelength? The total distance covered by a vibrating object or a vibratory object by a single wave. So if I see, this is the starting point of an wave, this one is the ending point, again this is the starting point, this is the ending point. Clear? So if I am considering distance of this wave, this is called wavelength. So distance covered by a wave for its complete vibration is called wavelength, which is obviously denoted by this Greek letter which is called lambda. Clear? Now frequency. Frequency means in 1 second the object produce how many complete waves. So if in 1 second object produce these 2 complete waves, so frequency of this vibratory motion is 2. And same thing, if it is completing more than 2, so that frequency will be more than 2. So frequency will be, few books will be giving you frequency like F or N, whatever you like. Time period. Time period is what? Time period is the time taken by a wave or a vibrating object to produce one complete wave. So the time taken by an object to produce one complete wave is time period. Time period is what? Denoted by capital T. So that's all about the class 9's chapters we have done, all the things. Now I am starting from that vibrations, types of vibration. There are mainly 3 types of vibration. What are they? First one is natural vibration. Natural vibration. Second one is what? Damped vibration. And the third one is forced vibration. Clear? Natural vibration, damped vibration, forced vibration. Now, what is natural vibration? See, when there is a vibration occur, then obviously, if it is not occurs in vacuum, then slowly the amplitude of the vibrating object dissipates and the object stop vibration. We know it very well. Suppose I am showing you, here you can see, here I am having an object, this is string and this is the object hanging over there. Clear? Now, if you see carefully, if this is the mean position or mid position of the object, vibrating object. Now I am keeping the object like this and leave. So, you can see it is vibrating, but after some time it will automatically stop. You can see why. Why does this happen? Because obviously, since this environment is not a complete vacuum, air is there, air gives the opposing force, so we can't see a continuous motion. But if there is no opposing force, no resistance force, the object is, I am plucking that object, then leaving from just a distance from its mean position, I will get natural vibration, means where no dissipation of force, continuous motion. Means if graphically I want to show you natural vibration, the graph of the natural vibration looks like, if this is the time, this is amplitude A, so it looks like this. Continuous vibration with undiminished amplitude, no dissipation of amplitude. Means if this vibration, at the same vibration I am showing you that by the string what I show you right now, if the same vibration occurring in vacuum, then you can see it will vibrate continuously without any dissipation force. But actually, since there is the outside force, it is stopped from its vibratory motion. So this is called the natural vibration, when there is no outside force acting over the vibrating object. So vibrating object will show a continuous motion, that is called the natural vibration. So what is the definition? The periodic vibration of a body in the absence of any external force on it are called natural vibration. Done. So what is the nature of this kind of vibration? Firstly, at the first, the nature of the vibration is the natural vibration are simple harmonic vibration under restoring force. Which one is restoring force? See, when I am leaving this object from its mean position, every object wants to come its rest position. Means what? When I am leaving the object from, this was the mean position, I am taking this object like that, then leaving. So when I leave it, object always wants to come this mean position. So the force which acts on the object continuously, to make the motion in the rest position or the initial position, that is called my restoring force. Just for concept knowing, remember it. So first of all, the nature is, the natural vibration are the simple harmonic vibration, means this kind of continuous motion under restoring force. The amplitude and the frequency remains constant. Why they are saying that? Obviously, since, see, this side amplitude constant, again this is constant, means since there is no opposing force, so amplitude will remain constant and also frequency will also remain constant. Once the body start vibrating, it continues its vibration with the same amplitude and frequency if it is occurs in vacuum. If this is the ideal situation, natural vibration is not occur regularly in nature. Actually, what we can see in nature, that I am telling you. So for this what I need, there should be absence of external force. So let's go for few examples what is possible. Vibration of simple pendulum, just I show you, if it is occur in vacuum. Next one, the load suspended spring when stretched. You can see when I am stretching a spring, after sometimes it will like this vibrate and come to its initial position. So if it is in vacuum, so obviously it is a natural vibration. Means bottom line, any kind of vibration which occurs in vacuum under its own restoring force is called natural vibration. Clear? Now I am coming for the most two realistic phenomena, that is damped vibration and force vibration. Damped means, so let's go for that. Damped means what? When there is a damping force. As the name suggested, damping force means which is dissipating you, which is opposing you, means which is not giving you the to be in that motion where you should be. So means what? When there is a outside force, just I show you before in my previous example, in this air there is outside frictional force, air is giving me continuous frictional force. So suppose this is my vibrating object. So if this is my mean position, I said you means the initial position or the position where the object will come at rest. So I am keeping the object and then leaving. So you listen me. So after some time it's stop its motion. Why? Because continuously from the outside air it is giving a damping force, means which opposes motion, continuous frictional force which opposes motion, means continuously its amplitude diminishes, frequency diminishes. So this is called, this type of vibration is called damped vibration. So how I can show you damped vibration? This is amplitude, suppose this one is the amplitude and this one is the time t. So what is happening? Slowly amplitude will goes on decreasing as well as sometimes frequency. Clear? Means slowly see, as you see amplitude goes on decreasing from the mean position as the diagram shows and as the rubber and string experiment shows you. So damped vibration means what? The periodic vibration of a body of decreasing amplitude. As you can see, the amplitude goes on decreasing. Why amplitude goes on decreasing? Amplitude goes on decreasing due to the outside restoring force. Clear? Amplitude goes on decreasing in the presence of resistive force, means the frictional force. It might be frictional force, might be damping force, might be viscosity, anything. Means if from outside there is a resistive force continuously acting on the object, that is called the damped vibration. Clear? The vibration I show you by rubber and string experiment. Actually in nature continuously, when every day we can see only damped vibration. Suppose you are moving yourself in a swing. So when you are, suppose this is your swing. Suppose this is your swing. Okay, you started you are sitting over here. So I left you here. So you are moving like this and this, then slowly your swing will stop. Why? Because your swing is continuously facing the opposing force from the outside. So actually in nature whatever I can say, that's either damped vibration or the next case, that is the force vibration. So in damped vibration, what are the nature? Damped vibration, two forces act on the body. First of all restoring force and second the friction due to surrounding. Obviously restoring force is acting, because if this is my string, this is the mean position, when I am taking this object like this, so obviously its potential energy will increase. So restoring force act on it. Now when I leave it, the object wants to come back its initial position. So restoring force acting, as well as who is acting? The outside force. So it's get stopped. So this is these two force acting. The amplitude of the motion decreases due to frictional gravitational force. See, the amplitude continuously decreasing, mean position, distance from mean position continuously decreasing, amplitude decreasing. The rate at which energy lost by the vibrating body to the surrounding depends on the nature of the surrounding, viscosity and density. More dense, more viscous the medium, more chances to dissipate its force. Means if I proceed the same experiment underwater, the dissipation will be very soon compared to that if I proceed the same thing in air. Clear? So depends on viscosity, density of the surrounding. The damping vibration might occur very fast, might dissipate, and vibration might dissipate very fast or dissipate very slow. But there will be dissipation, there will be loss of energy due to the outside force. Clear? So what are the example of this one? When a slim branches of tree is pulled and they are released, makes a damp vibration. I am taking pulling these branches, then lift. So the tree branches like this, we know, continuously moving and slowly it comes to its initial position. Means damped vibration. A simple pendulum oscillating in air execute damped vibration. Just show you. So what I discussed, that is natural vibration and damped vibration, done. Now I am coming from the last part of this chapter, that is called the force vibration. As I am showing you that, see, in this case, first I leave the object from its mean position, then I am not giving any kind of outside force. Means when I leave the object from its mean position, means I leave the given the force and then leave the object from mean position, then I am not giving any force from outside. Whatever is the vibration is proceeding by the object, it's by its own property. Done? But force vibration, I am discussing later on, that one phenomena, there I am giving a continuous frequency periodic force from the outside which forcefully vibrate the object. What is that? I am coming afterwards. See, force vibration, first I will show you the demonstration, then I will explain what does it mean. So suppose you can see this is my object. Now I am leaving my object from its mean position, leaving. Now see, this is my hand. By that I will give you a continuous periodic force. Periodic force means after certain interval of time I am giving this object same amount of force. Let's see what is happening. So this is my object. This is the mean lifting the object from mean position. Now I am leaving. Now after some times I am giving the object a periodic force. Means what? You can see, first of all, the motion is not damping. Means it will not stop. Second of all, the frequency or the amplitude by which the object started its motion is completely lost. So it is vibrating by what? By the periodic force which I am giving it continuously. Clear? So just giving you another natural example. Suppose you are swing. Okay, you are in playground, you are playing with the swing. So you are moving like that. That time I am giving a force. So you will move. Again I am giving a force. So the amplitude or the frequency by which you have started your journey, it will get lost completely, and you are moving with the periodic force which is giving from outside. So that is the force vibration. Means forcefully I am imposing one frequency to the vibrating object from outside to make it forcefully vibrate. Clear? So that is the force vibration. So what is the definition of force vibration? The vibration of a body which takes place under influence of an external periodic force. Keep in mind, not ordinary force ki once you are giving then left. No, external periodic forces, that is called the force vibration. So what is the nature? First of all, so how does the force vibration occurs? Looks. Force vibration just looks like the damped vibration a little bit, but not like that. Means what? Force vibration, it will lose its frequency. So either there will be a continuous motion or there is a periodic motion with the force given from by the outside. So what are the nature? First of all, the body executing force vibration will be acted by three forces. What are the? First, the restoring force. Second one, frictional force, which is acting from outside, just like damping force. It has to overcome that. And the last one, the external periodic force. Clear? So three forces continuously acting on it. First, restoring force, because I am leaving the object from its mean position. Second of all, what is that? Second is that the damping force or the resistive force coming from outside, and third one, the external periodic force, which is forcefully imposing to move it with that vibration. Clear? So now see, so in case of force vibration, there are many examples. First of all, in a string instrument provided with a hollow sound box containing air are made to vibrate by plucking, which produce the force vibration in air of the sound box. Clear? The surface area of air sound box is large, so the force vibration of the air send forth a greater energy and causes a loud sound. We know what string instrument, suppose guitar I am considering, so it have a hollow sound box. Like this. Here it having a hole. Now here you are having those strings. Clear? Now what is happening? You can see when a guitarist play guitar, it's continuously plucking the string. Continuously plucking the string means when first pluck done means inside this box there is air. So air columns start vibrating. When air columns start vibrating means it executes either damped vibration or natural vibration. Started, air column vibration done. Now periodically, as per my symphony, I am continuously plucking different strings in a periodic motion. So continuously this air column is getting the periodic energy, periodic force from this string when I am plucking continuously that string. So the air column inside this forcefully vibrate and produces sound. So this is an important example of that force vibration. The same thing going for the vibration produces by in the diaphragm of microphone of a sound box with the frequency corresponding to the speech to the speaker. You can see nowadays we are having that sound recorder in mobile. So when you record the sound, after some time when you see that digital structure of sound, you can see it's look like this. Like this means here there is no sound. Sound means there is no vibration in the diaphragm. Here vibration started means suppose I am saying hello. Done. So hello, this is hello. Say. So after that the vibration off. Continuously damping force occur, vibration off. Then I am saying hello. Again hello. Then again there is no vibration. Vibration stop. Now I am saying hello 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 means the periodic motion I am giving that force to the diaphragm. So it started vibration means it lost its frequency. Forcefully I am giving a periodic force, it start vibrating. Same thing happened for tabla or that harmonicas. Everything air made instrument, string instrument, all about that force vibration. Clear? Now in your book there are given that the difference between natural vibration and damped vibration, natural vibration and force vibration. I am telling you the point, explaining you here now. and from book you will study the detail. If any problem is there, you are free to ask me. Now see, another thing I want to clarify. See, in book now there are different things given. Suppose f equal to 1 by 2 pi root g by l. So now at this stage you will not understood this mathematical function. In class 11 when I will go for the oscillation of wave and something, so I will explain there. Now for this time being, few things required. When I will discuss that question answer part, what are the things required, I will explain you later on. So coming from the difference of natural vibration and damped vibration. First of all, the amplitude of natural vibration remain constant and the vibration continue forever. This is the natural vibration. Amplitude see constant and the vibration is proceeding so long. So this is natural vibration. For the same case opposite, amplitude is not constant, is damped with the time. So second point is there is no loss of energy. You see there is no loss of energy in natural vibration. In damped vibration there is a loss of energy. In natural vibration no external force applied. In damped vibration obviously external damping force, viscous force, periodic force applied. Acha. In natural vibration the frequency of the vibration depends on size, shape of the body and it remains constant. In frequency of the damped vibration depends on the damping force. Obviously how much damping force effect on the object, depending on that it will stop fast or stop, it will vibrate for a little longer time. That depends on the fact. Clear? So in my next video I will go for that difference between natural vibration and force vibration and a special case of force vibration, that is called resonance. Thank you.